Welding is a crucial part that requires lots of consideration before finalizing it, for instance service conditions, material requirement, etc. In order to do our job successfully, we have to understand the importance of the different types of joint and their practical application. The operations of welding are endless and also increasing day by day, different jobs having different types of welds joints. In short, we could classify the welding joints in 5 major types, which are made to stand up to the requirements of construction operations. Keep watching to learn about each of the different weld joint types and how they can apply to a career in the construction field. 5 major types of weld joints are: 1. Butt joint welding, 2. T-joint welding, 3. Corner joint welding, 4. Lap joint welding, 5. Edge joint welding. 1. Butt joint. A butt joint, or butt weld, is a joint in which portions of steel are positioned collectively within the equal plane and the aspect of every steel is joined through welding. A butt weld is a maximum not unusual place kind of joint. This is used within the fabrication of systems and piping systems. It's pretty easy to prepare, and there are numerous special versions that may be carried out to acquire the preferred result. But welds are made in lots of ways, and every one serves a special purpose. Varying elements consist of the form of the groove, layering, and width of the gap. Listed underneath are a few common examples of butt weld joints: square butt joint, single bevel butt joint, double bevel butt joint, single J butt joint, etc. 2. T-joint. T-welding joints are shaped while portions intersect at a 90 degrees angle. This consequences in the rims coming collectively within the middle of a plate or factor in a T-shape. T-joints are taken into consideration to be a form of fillet weld, and that they also can be shaped while a tube or pipe is welded onto a base plate. Listed underneath are a few common examples of T-joints: plug weld joint, slot weld joint, fillet weld, etc. 3. Corner joint. Corner joints is very much similar to T-joints. However, the distinction is the vicinity of in which the steel is positioned. In the T-joint, it's located within the middle, while nuke joints meet within the nuke in both an open or closed manner, forming an L shape. These sorts of joints are amongst a number of the maximum not unusual place within the sheet steel industry, inclusive of within the production of frames, packing containers, and different applications. 4. Lap joint. A lap joint is one of the 5 distinctive forms of welding joints. It is maximum usually used while becoming a member of distinctive metals which have distinctive stages of thickness. The lap displays the overlapping sample. This is fashioned while the two metals are joined together. The thickness of the two metals is what determines the quantity of overlap needed. The thicker the metal, the extra overlap required. A lap weld may be made on one or each sides, relying on how sturdy you want the weld to be. You will regularly discover this kind of welding on sheet metals as it's far not often used on thicker materials. 5. Edge joint. An edge joint is a kind of welding joint wherein the two portions of metallic to be joined are positioned aspect through aspect and welded alongside their edges. This is an evaluation to butt joints, wherein the two portions are positioned quid to quid and welded alongside their faces. Edge joints are regularly used whilst welding sheet metallic, as they permit for a cleaner, greater aesthetically desirable weld than a butt joint. Edge joint is one of the simple weld joint out of most important 5 joint types. Generally, facet joints are welded handiest on one aspect and subsequently now no longer as sturdy as but weld and groove welds.